All right, welcome to the program. My name is Dr. Mankota. This is the TPN TV and Radio Network. Today we can talk about APC, A, P, C, APC. This is a topic I want to discuss today. We know, say, a couple days ago, the former president, let me just bring the former president here. Yes, a couple days ago, the former president, Ernest Koroma, announced say he stepped down from active politics and focus on other things them. We he believes say he go on for engaging. Okay, hold on, let me just put this thing a little bit down. So that is the announcement. Former President Ernest Koroma tell we say now it is time to say goodbye to active politics. You want for make sure you focus on the private things. Then. All right. This is more for the APC guys. You know, some of we na APC members them for make we discuss this and see because as we all know in this particular platform, some of we don't call on the former president for multiple times for make he just resign from being the chairman of the APC party. Because of so many reasons, then we will be highlight and I will highlight some of the reasons then they again and why I believe say this is the right thing for the former president to do. Both personally, I'm talking about his own personalities, his own rest of mind, and for the APC party. And so, as we always know, I know say, let me see, I see comment don't begin come already, and oh, you say now adjust the mic. The mic. Okay, can you hear the mic now? Is the mic okay now? Yeah, if okay, hold on, let me see. Let me make sure myself they listening. Yeah. Okay, hold on. Can you hear the mic now? Oh. All right, guys. Give me 1 minute. Let me just give me 1 minute. Let me just do some adjustment here.
Trial. Trial.
Trial. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Okay, so all right, I think I have some echoes. All right, hold on, let me make sure. Okay. All right, I think I have some echoes. Can you hear me now? Let me make sure. Okay. All right, I think I have some echoes. Can you hear me now? I'm still hearing the echo.
Trial. 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 trial, 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 trial,
Because okay, can you hear me now? All right. Yeah. Me there now. It seems like it's working now. So, but I want for yeah, just right now the comment section is yeah, I think it's okay now. All right. Is it okay now, guys, folks? Is it okay now? All right. Hopefully, una dey hear me because I try for the hearing from the phone, but it seems like I dey hear fine. All right, all right, ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Mankota here again. Sorry for the technical difficulties, but I hope say we are hearing me now clearly. Okay, James Kenneth says yes, so that's good. All right, so what I've been trying to talk about, get for do with Ernest by Koroma. All right, Amadou AR says good. Thank you very much, guys. I really appreciate that. So what I've been trying to talk about, get for do with the stepping down of with chairman and leader Ernest by Koroma. Well, I remember in 2015 or so, I think was it 15, 16? I think in 2015 or something like that. But in any case, um, when we've been going to put local to go na the convention. All right, thank you, Mr. Amadou. Yeah, yeah, we're gonna put local for go do the youth league convention. Now this idea come up for saying Ernest for be a chairman for life, right? This will bring a lot of commotion within the APC party, and for some of we actually been think say it is undemocratic, we come out publicly and say, you know what, this is not good for democracy. Why you go one for a chairman where they elect them, not to select and select in the first place, they elect them for can be a chairman for life. So there was this back and forth, but at that time there are so many people that were, you know, because of selfish aims and all those type of things, then it's still been a push against here. And the SLPP folks then take advantage of that and begin the form. the Koroma chairman for life, all those type of things. All right, fast forward, we get the election. The election passed. Before the election is passed, now we chairman leader say he want for resign 3 months, between 3 to 6 months after the election, for make the over power so that he go able gain at the background the support and try for guide the APC party. Some of we hail that proposal to be one of the best proposals so far because we believe in you as a chairman and at the same time a president of the country, you get a higher status. Your status is above politics now, especially as a former president. So if you continue to be a chairman, number one, a distraction to yourself, a distraction to the party, because now they are looking at not you as a statesman, they are looking at you as a chairman of a political party. So the election was done, and we had so many problems. We lost the election definitely. 6 months later, there was no kind of a step down or something like that. 1 year later, the same thing. So this becomes a problem. There are people who think say, well, the chairman is stalling. Well, if you also therefore look at, there is always three sides to a story, right? You have one, my side, your side, and probably the truth. So for some people, they will be the argue say, well, the chairman not supposed to resign right now because at that time, because if he resigns, there is nobody to take care of the management of the APC party. It makes sense in some cases, right? But there is also a problem. The problem was, well, this tells me say there is no capable somebody we supposed to take care of the management of the party besides Ernest Koroma. That is a problem for the party. The APC party gets a lot of intelligent, smart, and capable people to take care of the party after Ernest Koroma steps down. That's from the beginning we know that say that's the case. Unfortunately, there were people not necessarily try for dignify the chairman and leader, but then they do. I mean, they push because their own interest is tied to the continuity of the chairman and leader as a chairman. That was one of the problems we find out. Say some people then they push in. While 4 years later, the chairman finally announced it stepped down now in position as a chairman. You know, they contest again for any position. The one for being behind the scene. Now, a welcoming news this for we all, right? Now we talk to it's very, very welcoming because we believe in the chairman and leader um, probably could have done a better job, more effective job if he step aside and go behind the scene. They control things behind the scene. Nobody not get for point finger and say, oh, down the 90 of stock, oh, down the 90 do this, 90 do that. It will be more effective for them. But now that he don't announce for say it is step down, let's appreciate him. Okay? Let's all appreciate him for saying yes. Indeed, the chairman finally, because just about couple of weeks ago, we saw a group of young guys we go now McKinney, then go tell and say, you need to stay, you need to continue until we tell you say for stop. Hmm. The former president do the right thing at this particular time. No matter what somebody say, this is the right thing. Yes, you can say it's a little bit too late. Well, I don't think nothing is too late in terms of politics. Well, if you think say it is too late, but it is better late than never because some of we been see the trajectory where the APC party been dey go. And now that the former chairman don't say it is step down, hopefully that part of the problems where a lot of people then they use to continue dividing the party probably is being eliminated. Yes, indeed, left it. He announced it, the contest again for any position. So you just be wait for make the convention come in, then they pull out. All right, it's great. To us, it's great. Waiting at the next steps now where the APC get for you. That's why you see that the screen, what's next for the APC. Another one day I want for can talk about. If you get any comments, if you disagree with me, please don't hesitate. For come out and say, Dr. Mankota, I totally disagree with you. This is my point. This is my own opinion. This is uh, the objective of this platform for make we interact, for make we disagree respectfully, and come up with a better idea how we will able to go ahead and unify this party. What's next for the APC party? Here is what is building up right now within the APC party. And who are doing this? These are the people who still want to make sure the APC party is not effective at all. Now, we they see some kind of internal fighting after this announcement from the chairman. And what is this internal fighting? Now, there are people who will say, oh, okay, we'll get a chairman, we'll get a vice chairman. So if the chairman resigns, the vice chairman is not supposed to take over. Well, we need to find another person for make it can replace the chairman, or the secretary general supposed to move up to the chairmanship. When I see the corruption way they go on the APC party, where some of we no the one for just set much no more they see things and they happen. I love the APC party. I want the APC party to be a better party. I want the APC party to be effective. But some of them small, petty stuff here, it hamper the progress of the party. Why on earth? You get two chairmen, you get the vice and the chairman. If the chairman resign, the vice chair supposed to take over. But in my own opinion, listen to me. In my own opinion, I want all chairman, vice chair, secretary general for make them step aside. They've been in this for far too long. We appreciate the effort where they do. They don't do so much for the APC party. And it's like Koroma, because of the efforts and all of us, I'm talking about all the APC party, make the APC party come back in power. So no way somebody to get for discard them for say, oh, the Ernest totally destroyed the APC party. No. I don't buy that. He has done so much as a leader for the party. But there is a time when you realize you are no longer effective. No longer effective. And the moment you realize that, it is better for me to say it is time to quit. And Ernest finally done do them. Now we need the chairman, the vice chairman, and the secretary general for make them think. Are they going to be effective and continue being leaders of the party? I don't know. What do you think? Do you think say because right now I am seeing some flags don't begin go up say the awaiting chairman, Yasane, the next awaiting chairman. I don't see this flag don't begin pop up now social media. I don't know whether Yasane know about this. Just like the way I've been skeptical about Ernest, the t-shirt, the way they go on. I don't know whether Yasane know about this. I have to call Yasane and talk to him about that. But these are some of the things I can frown on. We have so many things to do for the APC party. We need now unity in the party. We need a unified team in the party so that we will able to start for build strategies. The party will able to unify. But from one problem to another, I'm not saying if you're one for run for the chairmanship, you not get right. I cannot get right to run for the chairmanship. Minkalu Mansali get right to run for the chairmanship. Dada Tumbu, Bangura get right to run for the chairmanship. Dr. Mankota get the right to run for the chairmanship. So that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the current leadership, how effective they will be if they continue with this type of trajectory for the APC party. In my last broadcast on this topic, I suggested that the 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 executive perform an interim the executive perform an interim body, because right now the leadership cells have been not embroiled into this chaos where they go on within the party. One group not trust the other group. Okay, and it can be said all these groups are tied to their leaders here. So if the leaders them were not involved in this chaos where they go within the party, now then get for conduct the election, somebody where no one peace, where contest, he lose election, it will cause problems. Say, oh yeah, the rogue way. Oh, Yasane na part of this group, and if this group win, Yasane will likely you know what are the time for talk about, right? You know what are the time for talk about? It could have been better. I'm not saying they have to do that, because I see. Let me just open something here. I see Amadou Eya say, to my own opinion, I think the vice chair should lead until the party gets a chairman. Listening live from Milan, Italy. Thank you very much, Amadou Eya. Well, that was the thing where I did look at initially when the chairman announced a retirement. Constitutionally speaking, that's how it's supposed to be, right? But look at what's they go on right now. There are people where they talk say and they go beat the vice chair. There are people where they talk say and they go beat Yansane. These are the leaders who encourage this type of scenario for happen. So, in my own opinion, even though constitutionally, legally speaking, the vice chair is supposed to take over when the chair resign until elections are made. But I'm talking about the interest of the party. You understand what I talk about? The interest of the party is how can we do to make sure the party is unified. Remember, we are in April. April. Now we do so. Now we don't know it's when we can convention get for take place. We don't know because we're still in a court, right? So we don't have that idea yet. Now, are we going to continue with this? Fighting each other for position, for power? And, distracting from the actual fight where we all get for come together and fight? Are we going to continue with this? And if we say no, then what is the solution? My own opinion. This is Amadou Iya in your opinion, which is very, very correct. But my own opinion, I just want for make an interim body is set up. And this interim body should be neutral, wherein their own purpose is to make sure the vice chair can still be the chairman, the acting chairman, until the election. But I'm talking about during the time of the election should be conducted by an interim body, so that after the election, the day after the election, somebody will not go to court and say, they cheated me, and therefore I am going back to court. The SLPP may take over and use that person there. Say, yeah, go, I will support you because na cheat and cheat. Look what he has do. Look what the vice chair do. Look what the chairman do. All those type of scenario now look at saying, indeed, let the vice chair take over if an excrement indeed stepping down. But the conduct of the election, because them people are all just involved into groups and don't divide themselves into groups. Nobody not trust the other. Let's create an interim body. This interim body is supposed to conduct the election. I know somebody is gonna say, oh well, this same interim body then conduct the previous convention. That's different. That's different. The previous convention is easy. It's all about trying to ratify a constitution. That's totally different. The next election is going to determine the next 5 years of the APC party. So you see, there is much at stake on this coming convention than the previous convention. So I just preempt for say, if you try to compare the two, think again. You see the gravity, the importance of them two events here, and you will find out say what are the try to talk about is true. So I am here today. I'm here today to congratulate the former chairman. I think it would have been better if he stepped down right now. But even if he don't step down, for in your legacy, NEC is form an interim body we are responsible for take care of the election. Because that's my concern for say, there will be somebody when a loser, where they look at all the leaders the way don't take sides on this, starting from we acting PRO, Ayaya Tunis to Yansane to Minkalu Mansari to all the other people them, right? So to avoid another litigation, unnecessary litigation after the election, where the SLPP will likely try for instigate, let's form an interim committee where exclusively responsible for conducting the election, so that the election will get legitimacy, and people then go think, then go believe say the election is free and fair. Okay. Now let we go to Momo for why. Momo for why say yes, he took your party to victory, but he equally left same in opposition where he met it. That is not success. Oh, well, it is success. It is success. It's definitely success. Remember, this is a multi-party democracy, not a one-party system. You know they expect every time some one party is supposed to rule to eternity. No. That's not multi-party democracy. So losing an election is not necessarily destroying the party. It's just the process in which the people of Sierra Leone determine for say, okay, we don't give chance, let we give another person chance. In left to una, for now una able to come sit down, look at what you una do wrong, for now una rectify for the next election. And that one day me always the preaching. Yes, we don't say we lost the election. The people of Sierra Leone elected another party. What thing we do wrong? Why they sack we? Why their employer then sack we? It is our own responsibility to sit down and say, okay, X, Y, and Z is where we did it wrong. So how we were able to rectify them mistakes that we made for the next election, for convince them people that say, yes, indeed, we heard you, and we are willing to change our attitude, the way we do things, and una trust me again. Okay? It don't necessarily mean say because a political party lose election, therefore a destruction to the party. No. There's some people lost election too. Right? In 2007, there's some people lost the election. In 2012, there's some people lost the election. But today, there's some people in power. So it's the process, right? Multi-party process, right? Now we go to George Orwell. George Orwell say, who will set up the interim body? I believe Alfred P. Contel should form the interim body without blaming anyone, as he is the hero of the APC. No. Well, the interim body, in my own opinion, as I try to suggest, now the leadership and the stakeholders should sit down together. I don't see no reason why we not for sit down and try for iron some of them, then conflicts are what we get. Since we not get the ability for iron them conflicts are because everybody don't take, all the leaders that they don't take side. So the leadership, the stakeholders, and maybe the elders of the party for sit down and say, okay, let's form this interim board. Let's say we get about 20 people, 25 people. We pick the people that we believe in are trusted people. They're not so much involved in this bickering, political bickering where they go on between the parties. And we're supposed to be responsible for conduct a free, fair, and peaceful election. We all, as a party, would support una. Would that win? Make a win. Would that loss? Make a loss. This is how it's supposed to be. That's my own opinion, Mr. George Owen. And I hope say you yourself agree on that, because when you look at what thing they go on to do, would I get for trust and Sane for make it conduct an election where already the Sane don't take side? Would I get for trust Minkalu Mansari where we already know Minkalu don't take side? Would I get for trust the other the acting PRO and all the other folks, my brother Mohammed Bangura, where they all don't take side? Who if the electoral commissioner already don't take sides saying that these are the support? Come on, guys. Let's have a simple logic here. Like where we get an electoral commission that's alone, and we know say this guy, he can publicly say, now I support this, I support Madabio, in which he was one of Madabio's supporters. Right now, what will they talk? Will they talk say, oh, the electoral commissioner, he biased, now SLPP member, or all those type of things? Will they argue, right? So let's take that logic also and try to implement an Awuyem party. If Yansania don't take side, Minkalu Mansari don't take side, and the other folks that don't take side, who is going to conduct a free and fair election? Yansania not going to conduct a free and fair election. They know they trust them. Nobody know they trust them. The other side, maybe the side where he aligned himself with, and they trust them. But what about the other side where they're not aligned with? They know they trust them. You see inside the problem there. So yes, indeed, let's create this interim body. And as Koroma, I think say it is good that you don't resign now. Let's make it right. Look at this specifically and say, I am going to suggest an interim body where independent, where neutral, for make them conduct this election. If you do if they see anybody where they within the APC party, where will come coalesce around you and work with you. And if after the election, free and fair election pass, it is easy for let we all unify and support whoever win the election. This is my opinion. Somebody could tell me, Seman Kota, it's damn too controversial. Okay, that's fine. But this is my opinion. And I have right to my opinion, just like anybody will get right to your opinion. This is the best way. Because of the toxicity way don't engulf William Party, this is the best way. Election winner, if you agree with me, fine. If you don't agree with me, now let we go ahead. Now let we go to more forward. Yes, Ernest led your party to victory, but equally left same where he met it in opposition. That is not success, as you people are starting all over again. No. First of all, I disagree with you, Momo Poya. Okay, let's look at the party before Ernest by Koroma. In 2006, how much we bring? Probably less than 5% of the vote. Less than 5. In 2002, I think 2002, right? You know how much the APC party bring? 25%. So you see the trend where the improvement of the party, the popularity of the party, they go up from probably less than 5% or whatever you call it to 25% in 2002. And in 2007, we won the election, right? In 2012, there was no runoff. We won the election from the first round. So you see, there is some kind of an improvement within the party, okay? And because of the belligerence and the arrogance where a lot of some people that then get, they realize, well, now the APC party is immune to losses, because at that time we believe say we President Ernest by Koroma is the most popular person at the country. Yeah. So everybody was very, very belligerent and arrogant and distracted. And even though some of women they try for once, say, hey, let's slow down. Let's slow down. Do not take an Escoma in popularity as a ticket for do what they do so. They did not listen to us. We lost the election, right? We did. We lost the election, and what happened? The party, even though we lost the election, we been able to even bring, I think it was 48%. So when you compare it to Usai and Escomatica, so now we have gone so far. There are so many improvements. So we just need to sit down and start thinking again what we're supposed to do. All right. So that's not the same thing. Okay. Now let's go to Peter Dowda. Is this any different from earlier promises to step down, or is this just another distraction? Well, that's a very good question, but I believe say he mean on this time because he actually announced before he not pull a press release, he just talk within the APC party, but now he pull a press release and announced this. So we hope say this is the real thing now. He mean okay. That's what we believe. Let's see, all right. But remember, I want to make it very clear. If I understand the press release, say now with immediate effect, it step down. They say they run again for any position. Let's see what happens. Okay. Now a good question, Peter Dowda. Very, very good question. Now, la high soiree, me command I they do brag. You guys still have division within your party. Try to settle your house before the coming election. I said to God, I agree with you 100%. And this is why every single time when I come and they talk about the APC party, this is always my concern. Saying we have so much chaos within the party, so much that we distracted from actually coming together. At this time, I am expecting the APC party, the leadership of the APC party at this time don't get strategy A, strategy B, strategy C, D, all them strategies here. Okay, them people here that are responsible for taking care of this strategy. Make sure say when I succeed on this particular strategy, these people and them people will put them together. Forget about the internal election where they go on. They're not supposed to obstruct their strategies as a party. One of the strategies where we supposed to do, at least at this time, for accomplish unity, unifying the party. But like I tell you, my brother, how we go able to unify the party when the leaders already don't take side. All the leaders them. You see me, I mean at the PRO na North America, USA, APC USA, I mean at the PRO. Up to this time, I refuse for support any candidate. I don't mix by any group, because the moment I mix by group, it becomes difficult for me for make I able genuinely come out and advise the party as a whole. Because now when you take side, the people are looking at you not as a PRO, they are looking at you as a member of this group. So anything where you talk, now that them say they look at you. That make a mistake for the leaders of the party for take side. I remember when I bring Yaya Tunis for this program, when they announce it, they don't declare for Dr. Samura. I tell them specifically saying a big mistake. You are a leader by this party. You are an acting PRO. You supposed to talk on behalf of the party, everybody for the party. The moment you take sides, you are no longer being seen as speaking for the party, but then they look at you as speaking for Dr. Samura. Because You align yourself with that while you still hold this position. And that makes, up to this time, my brother, I not meet for any group. None. People that don't tell me behind the scene, hey, Mankota, we need you. I say, no, no, no. I am one of the leaders, the executive members of the APC in USA. I cannot take sides. I cannot support one group because the moment I do, I become useless. And I'm not going able to talk something where people then they listen to me. You understand? So you are right. We suppose for the first strategy is unifying the party. But how we able to unify the party when FNA is aligned to another group, Minkalo is aligned to another group, maybe even an Escoma aligned to another group, or all the other NEC members, they all don't align to group. Who is going to unify the party? If I don't say, you know, they support me, they support the other person. If you can't talk to me, I know they take you serious. I know say all the hypocrite, you can't talk. You see what are the time for talk about? Now let's go to Musa Conte, one of our regulars. Who gave that pronouncement to Alfred as the hero of APC, bro? Owell. Oh, all right. Well, Judge Owell go answer you on this, Musa. All right, let's go to Judge Owell then. Doctor, my point here is Alfred P. Conte says Ibige should step down as he had said. Now, who will set up the interim body without him taking the party to court again? You see, Doctor, this does not make any sense to ask. This does not make any sense to ask a sitting head of an organization or party to step down without an election of a new administration because none of the existing executives are null and void to lead the party as it is right now. APC is still in a time bomb because as long as you guys cannot understand that politics is about winning. Yeah, I understand. I agree with you, bro, George. I understand. But I'm just saying the complexity of politics also you need to understand them. Because here is a situation we are in. Now, there are people who talk to him, Alfred Conte, you know, some people that they use them, you know, people like Ibrahim Bundu and all those type of things. There are other people who get suspicion over Alfred Conte, even though what Alfred Conte been try to do is, you know, practically the right thing, but there are suspicions too. So, who are these people that are going to form this committee? It has to be neutral people then. People their way, they not take one side over the other. So that's the point I just made time for them. But I really agree with what you talk about. And you also say, George, Musa Conte, my brother, I am being sarcastic because the whole saga and confusion within the APC does not make any sense for any person to take the party and chairman to court for losing an election and ask him or step down as an ultimatum. Okay, sarcastic. I get you, Musa. I get you. But looking at the current situation, it is right for Meg and Escoma to step down. No matter whether you support one side or the other, it is right. Because number one, and Escoma has been the target of so many, um, back and forth within the party and outside of the party. Okay, but it's not much about an Escoma to me than the people that we don't take sides openly. We happen for being next members. This is where I have a problem. That is why I called him. Let's come up and in somebody where they take care of the election. Okay, you know, NEC is still going to continue. It's still going to continue. Not necessarily means NEC has to do everything. Next, let's come this committee. That's just my own opinion. No, no can kill me for that, or no can cost me for that. It's just my opinion. Just like where you get everybody gets an opinion. So if you listen to me, you disagree with me, put on the comment section. Say also, I totally disagree with you. This is not the way things supposed to be. All right. So continue putting your comments. I'll go read the comments, and I know say Dr. Kamala just come in into the program. Let me bring you in. All right, Dr. Kamara, thank you very much for for coming for the program.
Yeah, thank you, Dr.
And
Manager.
I know say you dey continue for monitor watch what in the governors alone way and the Soma announced he stepped down from politics and what do you think about that? Is it the right thing for do? Is it the right time to do it? What's your own opinion?
Um, Dr. Makota, I not feel say therefore blame Dr. Ernest Koroma because after being a president for 2 terms, where else are you going to be?
At the farm.
Then a talk say the only thing the talk say in a few months he will step down. But also as a member of the party, we so much them they blame him for say Nainka for scatter the party, for do this, for do that. See, so I think say he find them necessary for move on. But the only thing which I don't see with the APC party, um, a lot of Kalo business there inside it, just like the Brazilian team. They were so much confidence that they know soccer, they can beat any team, anytime, any day, by any pitch. That make them lost many World Cups until they begin regain their strength. Then. The other mushrooms them of journalists them will come in and as alleged, other parties stalwarts them, members them, big alleges them, then they sponsor them at the sideline, bring a lot of things them. So the only thing what me they say, let us stop this blame game. There is no time for Peter for finger pointing. Now solutions. And the solutions, not for say, now there we did, now there we did, APC, not for sing. Let them come together. Yeah. Now time for really, if they really get square heads or full heads, when a brain day, not to yogurt, let them drop all their egos and come and form a captain. You have a football team, not everybody will be a captain. There must be a captain, but you go play your wing, now the right wing, the left wing, the midfield, this, that, and it's still going to be the same team, the same party. But this problem of, what's in that they begin the debate on issues that were irrelevant, I don't think they're really serious. And I'm sorry to say this. I hope say they're not come out from Ye Domino Ye universities.
Yeah, that's something where we get for can end up for talk about after this segment.
Yeah,
Because
my own contribution. This I feel say it's high time. Stop unnecessary point finger. Come into the solution and move on with the party. All the mushrooms, they want the way they think for say they put this na court, they do this, they do that one. Hey, look, you stand a better chance when you party in power. If you know you party not in power, you say you want turn to Bella. After that, then go turn they eat you back. You not get nobody for talk to. So me and my own contribution this, and may they stop blaming Ernest Koroma. And he don't do him best, he don't do him blunders, he don't apologize, he don't come, he say he go try. So it's just another human. So I mean, Ernest Koroma no bribe me, may they not say just may bribe me. Uh-huh.
let me ask you a question. Then.
Mm.
Now that Aneskoma announced a retirement, I
Mm.
know that don't begin to pop up again. There are people who think Ricard is not supposed to take over from Aneskoma.
Mm.
They're supposed to take over from Aneskoma. What do you think about this order unnecessary problem with it?
Well, there is always a hierarchy here. You have an active person where they run the affairs of the party. And that's the Secretary General. You get for convene a meeting. Now make I say, let them bring the heads together and stop this ego and finger pointing and act maturely. But for make them begin go here, whether they say they go Congo, say I do here, I do here, they are losing time and they are losing even the benefits we they get for benefits within the party. That's their hold. Nobody not go trust them if they go to any other party. They go say then I super mold them. And they not they give them anything better from there. Look what happened with my dear friend and brother. I don't know because they not left the party, Malek Alfaka and the other thing and they I mean, with all the brains we get the other thing and they I mean it is in jeopardy. But you can't blame him also because he got for saving neck. I mean, he's just another human, you know. Plenty of people in the farm. So
Also, you
to
know,
me, the Secretary General now was through the line for be
yeah,
active and he
still,
bring the idea they talk about. Then why they if you say you do this you do. Come, Samura gets your right. Dr. Samura gets your right. A right as a contending flag bearer way lost. So a position still stands until they go into the convention and they decide if it's maintain them or not, if they're satisfied with them. But right now, the active forces and what I see they have been active all the time is uh, Payasane, Dr. Yasane. So,
uh,
Max,
Doctor, hold on.
uh,
You just talk say there is a hierarchy, right?
uh,
Yeah, we get a vice chair too. So who's how you left that vice chair there? You come down to Yasane.
now, another farm, listen to me. I said he's very active. Now, if he say he go to Pamikalu with all the things they go around, this is where you get for use your psychology and common sense. Now, you make I just divert a little bit. We go draw a meeting. Would I go chair? Definitely, na device. But would I go be active for call a meeting so that maybe all go meet up in one room and talk? Now, it go be answered.
Oh yeah. I agree with you. I think
Now, the
now
funny that the way I feel say, and there are certain things you get for left and behind, and you move forward. Because if you say you pay attention to everything, then you lose focus. Now they have to get a focus for move forward. Now they go iron them, I will wash them dirty linens inside their room, and they move forward. You know, I mean, I expect that should be done, but with the mushrooming going around with all these hula battle with whether they this, whether they cost naya, whether they give hits naya, whether they do this, na distraction. So let him take
uh,
the
I totally agree with you. I totally agree with you. And
yeah.
I mean, these are some of the things we have been talking about. Say, hey, it is time for America to stop this petty back and forth unnecessary fighting. But let we come together as a party. You know, they see yes, a couple weeks back, some people they begin boasting. Oh, dem one for beat dem beat Ifeanyi in our court, one for beat Nkalu Mansare in our court. I just dey look at, are we still on this? Why don't we just try for unify the party? Why are we still
Well, now you come to the point. These are actually enemies of progress. To be frank with you, I mean, I'm not going to employ my brother or my sister or my mama. Where I know say I not get to tell them court. I dey do business. I put them out there. If you're a stranger or not somebody who I employ, but this is the same family. Why are you still going to court?
yeah, yeah,
I mean,
fine.
this is. I mean, I mean, I'm not a consultant, but I mean, from the little knowledge where I know from the really family and all that, and also actively our Secretary General have not posted. These are some of the things where a Secretary General, I mean, before going the ego and the other things, you swallow, you bring everybody, you put that. Then as a football captain, a playmaker, you just forget that match and do that. Don't listen to a lot of noise. You won't get anything.
Well, I think say we don't exhaust this one too much. Let's talk about yay Dominion, yay again once again. Those of them say you get here na Dominion University.
Well, the first thing, me, I sit WAEC, no, I sit common entrance, I meet up common entrance. Eh? My number na primary school na 1027 not 53. Una go there, una check am. I get common entrance, I pass am. I go St. Francis, I get government scholarship. Now one year I be dey pay for school fees. I come there, I get my own level. Whatever happened, I do lower six, I go private college, I left, I go do medicine. When I come to America, when I don't get the MD in Egypt, MBBCH, I worked for, I extend to master's pediatrics. I not complete them because of the war. I go work in Saudi Arabia for 14 years. I come now, I want to do masters. When I want to do masters, my transcript, I not all and my hand. Now the university where I go, I give them. Now they write, they give them, they go direct to Kaplan University, when I for university. Now they begin pull now, what's in they want. They say, oh, you qualify for this, you qualify for this. Then pull it, they say, let's stop because this man will go and do masters for nothing. Now they say, okay, you will come in for 1 year for your masters. I did that, I got an honor in MPA. So these are trends. And this again, another danger way with the campus. That class where you go with me will go, you know, say you go attend seminars, even if it's online, you get to do answer when a practical, where you go do in one department or one agency, you then they require you to for practice. So these are all channels where people that be able to verify and you know say this is not authentic something. But if somebody just can this is there all over Africa. It don't happen in Tanzania, it will happen in Kenya, it will happen. But the state of Christian where they happen in Sierra Leone is very pathetic because today a university student will write a letter to you. When you read them, you go ask if this one you really pass class six.
Yeah.
Not at
Yeah.
all, of course.
It is shown that the way that they write,
Yeah, yeah.
they
Some people really they merit them na meritorious something. They really go to good schools, they study, they pass, they go. But these are all things that really can't do bad name to the country. If you go to the bottom of it, they will be in the future. Just like I remember when we did grow up, all the man that way they feel common entrance or way not to make anything. Then get one school then they go independent school. So I mean, when they see common entrances, they go. But some, they try to say the private districts, they go university. Not to, don't take me wrong, people who went to independence, you know, they try there. But how suddenly somebody will come, this man, when you know for saying you get a PhD, they not get a master, suddenly get a PhD. Even if it is honorary, it has to be recognized by a good university, a
so
good school of thought.
so
So So
so
I think this now we will act because then just to turn the other way. They know themselves. I mean, I'm not going to name names. They know themselves. Let them stop for foolery and let them stop for. You see, the danger now is if we the professors them, when saving are the professors them, we they all accountable. We begin the whole the lecture, all they try for brief for lecture camp. If you don't know, say we not fakers then. What did I do? COVID don come, pikin now dey dey do online classes na open dey. Online exams, wey dem make the exams na e-learn, you take the exam na salon. Na you professor you dey pay, you can't take the exam for you get that thing alone. So na
so
so so kululu to the target.
so here is the thing, doctor. Where now I don't really realize. Let me just give you kind of how far me don't go with this investigation. But before I do that, I just want to say something because a couple of years back I've been seeing the students and the high school students the way they try to sit, then they demonstrate because they not really make them spy. You remember that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then they demonstrate and they destroy things and say because they're not really connect them spy. And when I look at this type of scenario, I
Mm.
realize why the picking and can feel same. Cheating is part of the system. You understand what I'm talking about? Cheating is part of the
Mm-hmm.
system. If the big one them and they cheat, the picking and then they see say the big one and then they cheat. Then the picking and then just feel say, well, it is normal to cheat. And the reason now and then they wait and say, no, you don't want to cheat. For take your exam, the picking and they strike, then demonstrate. Because I was just wondering why first of all, what did they go on with Sierra Leone? Why the people that they demonstrate? Because they can prevent them from spying or cheating. It makes sense now. But here's the thing. Last week, because after I understand saying, one of me brother, my cousin, me na Mohammed we Dr. Idris Lahai, they focus on more. That, right, some of I don't know now, they very well now because every single Dr. John Idris Lahai always they call that them they say na in na the get African Graduate University. Me not be know anything about putting it but first of all, the way we use for color, we call like FY back. The other one is all everybody know how for. Where they will not even know for color you want and back of MY bank. You understand? So after
Mhm.
that, well, MY banks na in the report Yamba Bangura. I get for call up. I get for send a message to and say, hey, cousin, this is what is going on, and I just realized it. Now you now one of the people that pay you do this syndicate. I want to forget your side of the story. You give me your side of the story, you give me documentation, and you know what I tell them? I say,
Mm.
thank you so much. I don't go take the word what you give me or the documentation. I am going to do my own investigation, independent investigation. Because why?
Mm.
This is not about an individual. This is about the country. And what we
Mm.
talk. If we one of the big one there, they tolerate cheating,
Mm.
well, the beginning of take the education serious because you know, see at the end of the game, if they go cheat, forget a degree. So I tell them, they can do the investigation. I don't almost done the investigation actually. So I know right now, since I still get some few more things for them to done, I know one for review the investigation on that job. But
Mm.
the way I see,
Doctor Mankota, this na common sense. Why you go beat you picking for smoke cigarette where you dey smoke 10 packet cigarette a day?
yeah, exactly.
And if they smoke am before I dey see. Tell me that.
Yeah, yeah,
Very simple. So if you know what make picking smoke, not smoke before am, and may not see smoke or not smoke. Very simple.
but here is the thing, doctor. One of the things, the investigation on art, a lot of things we are surprised. Doctor, the amount of people that
I know.
we get
Indeed.
paid as alone.
No. This is not good. This is not good.
And
Then
doctor,
now rogue, then the rogue we, then it become a rogue state. And that's why the productivity, because when they give you a job, the job has a job description, right? And part of the training for education, if you don't go there rigorous training and therefore adapt to this type of job, or even or an interview or training for that job, where you go catch up. So you will not cover all levels of best catire so that the expectations of this job, now they say, okay, they require a BA or a master's or a PhD. If you're not able to undergo them training now, where them doesn't for this job description, then you the burden. Then productivity will be low.
yeah, yeah,
And therefore, I mean, instead of we progress, we didn't progress, especially in this world of fast moving fast. You will be surprised. Many African countries will be to pass the terminal to Europe.
so me surprise right now is
Mm.
I've been surprised until I start the investigation. I've been surprised because this government, a flagship program, na education. Everybody know that. Now they go out or every 2 3 months, if they go out for go and make money or say they want for make sure say they revitalize education. I was surprised to see that when this scandal come out, then they backpedal. You know, the government they backpedal even to the extent the ACC, we been take couple teachers them, then go put them cutting tree, then shame them teachers and they because the teachers them then leak answers to some of the students them. Now we get a case where somebody is cheating, making false documents and pass them document dem dey to government officials and other companies them for make them go apply using them document here. But yet still the ACC say, oh yeah, we know say na a crime, but we no get the mandate for do this because we no get any for say na undue advantage for get them document here. I think last week or week before last, we talk and ask him, there is so much evidence now for say yes, indeed, them people that they use the document. And then secondly, doctor,
Hmm.
the kind of people them where don't hold fake degree as alone. If this government really willing for pull them people engage from them job that I think Tanzania is just a joke.
You see,
From 2012,
for
2000,
yeah, yeah, doctor. I mean, let us avoid evil. If you are the anti-corruption, right? You say, oh, you not the um, investigate this demand yourself for investigate yourself because now IT for instance, because that was the thing with the right quality for them. Okay, this
looking
is
at
just this is just the. But let us try for go further by asking looking at the cause of critiquing them for things. That's different. I'm not going to justify it. One, they're not a pay to even those who have people, they're not to pay them regularly. The volunteers, the way they come, because they don't want to sit down, they want to do things pro bono, but even they want sometimes take the community where they teach, they even money give them for at least and transport where they will go exam. That one it's not there. So you find out for say, I'm not saying I'm not justifying. Probably they are giving extra lessons, not lessons for say, they will lead questions. They will take extra lessons, private lessons. So in that cause, some of them, the bad apples, they say this. They make a give them to the paper there. Make them get more apart from private lessons. Okay, if it that be the case, I'm not justifying them that they should do that. But I think they are even better than one that will not cheat or do private lessons or do leakages because that's some of the things they are. Because even when you get a leakage, even when you do an open book exam, believe me, you not study the code. Because one time they beat you, and some of the questions when you not go through the syllabus, you know, they even answer the question.
doctor.
That is even better, the better of two evils. What about the one that will not go school at all? They not go. After 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, you go home, you big down, you can't be the maker. Yeah, yeah. He prefer that degree, Sana. That's
Uh,
an issue. So that's a pay with teachers them, and that's another big factor here. So if you not a teacher, anybody who is employed, the nurses are there. You know they pay them. So then they put medicine in their pocket. When the patients come, you say, hey, I get the medicine there, you for buy. Then they will blame the doctors them, the nurses them for saying they are not doing their job, they are wicked. But they're just another human. So they don't go buy a pharmacy, medicine, you don't say people they're going to do that. If you say before you go outside, I get the medicine.
yeah. Well, it's unfortunate.
I mean, we just for understand, I mean, it takes two to tango, and we just to be, I mean, one national union, that will just be fine. It's not what you for. So people when they die, if they go on our hospital, if they do the mosquito, they go, if they get more malaria, people still don't like it. You go for an hospital, you give this, you where they go. How much?
Yeah. This morning I had a conversation with Gentles, the political gentles, and I tell them say, we not for politicize it because the electoral whenever a national issue comes, begin politicize it becomes ineffective. You're not able to find a solution because everybody is trying for political goals.
No,
Yes.
well, this is not a politics because Dr. Lahai in Kokam, they make the man apply, he resign his job, according to Dr. Lahai. Who said he gets $100,000 a year, we doesn't get less than $10,000 a month. It come because of the job description where it will say, nobody know crazy for common especially a doctor, where say, will go take employment, they get a family. He go, knowing that this man really is qualified, but begin to give him barrier, begin to insult her, abuse her, go this, begin to call him, intimidate her. Sometimes, even ugly, not to just afraid God, you know. I
You
mean,
see,
doctor, I dey respect you very highly because you are one of the people then, where you are very high technical something and they cyber security. I know one or two times them about them, most of them will do. They're not the less than 80 things around this area where they do. If you say they go back to go out,
wow.
no. Because what did they say? You don't say from engineer about what they do now, they don't get nothing. But what they do where they learn. I mean, the human resources, the human capital where they talk about, if you get abroad, if you think of that, now London, Miami, Australia, everywhere. But it's like a war. They don't want us to come back. So I mean, that's another discussion for another day. Let me go get that. You
Yeah.
know.
It's just too pathetic to see some of we will first go to school in a salon. We see how hard we work. Very, they work very hard, and you can't see now the way the system running a salon. I say I was so confused when I did see people picking and then they demonstrate in a salon for cheat. Ah, you don't know we on time. You get mad for cheat. You get mad.
So
Yeah,
don't say na zero you don't get.
you don't get that minded.
Now,
But so we get responsibility also. Yeah, some of us don't can oversee, we don't can learn, and what thing they make you a better person when you go, you learn, you go apply what you learn. Now you own society, so the society will be able to benefit from the education where you go learn. And that makes it,
productivity, you have to produce. But if you don't produce, because we go backward.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I was talking to some folks recently about education alone, and one of the things we all agree, you know, the government, if this government really serious about revitalizing education, let them focus on technical school them. We build technical schools them. Yes, we don't get so many people BA, whether not fake BA or real BA, where then they go school, job knowledge. Because the expectation is that when you don't go get to BA, you expect an office job. I don't see the way come on Indiana University with the agricultural degree. It didn't have on pass for friend job, office job as alone. So what actually you can for do? You know, but if we focus on technical schools them and strive for make sure say them picking up, we not able to pass what or whatever they call am. Then go able for go na technical school, go learn a technical uh, um, um, you know, job. When you come up, if job no dey, them picking them, then people then they make job and then they create job. But everything,
Let me come in. Let me come in, doctor. I mean, because some of us would don't live for see-through times. The technical schools are good. Okay, let us take the case of the mining companies when they were in those days named like Sierra Leone Delco Company, Marampa Mine, or Sierra Leone Selected Trust, SLST, when at the Diamond Corporation. They get them to school them. Where actually then they train engineers. Some people, when they get an HMB, then they give a scholarship and go. And then get iPhone where they come now they demand all the machines and everything. Then
Very
we get the technical
very
school,
good.
even technical school in Dana, you see there. Then we get the other institute them by technical by Congo Crossing and Kogo and Motomin Road. But now if you say, okay, not to just um, embark on technical, I agree to a certain extent. But still, we get to build what they call faculties. Where are we building the faculties? When Chinese man come, it go build a Chinese hospital. Everything is written in Chinese. The one that we send in China and they do work with. The residency, it is not passed on to civilians. Okay, and it talks in terms of medicine. The Connors Hospital, the get hospital, the Koroma. I mean, how many students and they where they come for do residency and they really, as they done, they either go to Gambia or they come abroad for being a passport. Because one, they're not paid. We don't build what they call institutions and faculties where they be resilient and people and they will go take them through. So, I mean, the practical so let us go back and do meaningful things. I
You
mean,
you you voice you voice the fade.
let us go back and find the original.
Yeah, but very faintly.
Oh, I'm sorry. Whatever the Wi-Fi, I don't know what's up.
Yeah, maybe your Wi-Fi is going down.
Anyway, so let us go back and have a look at the all that one is but the head there, when the order, when the order man and when the order the management training, training is very important. Not the right training.
Yeah, Wi-Fi is really going down. Your Wi-Fi is really going down. The voice with the area and very faintly. Yeah, but in any case, yeah, yeah. In any case, we have to revitalize education.
Oh yeah, that's
We have to
right.
revitalize education. Education is the foundation for development these days. There is no
Oh, that you don't talk the real thing when having the child for private life. When you say tertiary education or the higher education, it's not a big thing. It's
yeah.
the learning. It's not the university of doing things by their name. The university of doing things for one
So,
thing.
your voice is really bad. Your voice is really bad. We know the real time way they talk.
Okay, let me go out and talk.
Hello?
Let me go out and talk.
Yeah. Do it. Otherwise, we know the area. Yeah. So this is where the problem is. We have to revitalize education. No country not there on earth where will tell you say, oh, education is not matter. You don't able to succeed. All right. Let me see if. All right. Talk now. Let me
Yeah.
hear.
Hello.
Oh, now it's clear. It's clear
All
now.
right. What have been the try for talk? You just said it for revitalize the education. It is not going to say oh secondary, primary, tertiary, or primary, secondary, tertiary education. Let us do the needful. If in a person where they do a syllabus of class one, make you do it thoroughly. Class seven, technical school, you need training. If you not get started with how they do with training, before all we engineers dem wey dey work like dem minds dem where the minds dem come make dem make that capacity of building back the technical schools and train them. The Njala University was mainly an agricultural college where they get their own affiliation to American. They were producing all their crops. I remember when we dey go play Njala, most of the people wey dey eat dey from Kwari wey dey go. Na dem dey produce am. The training, the practicality of it, not to by name for saying, oh, we want to build. I don't know. Human capital. Human capital is already there. Now, for just streamline them and the direction. And this is again where we are failing because when you put somebody as a head, you not get a syllabus, you not get a job description, you not get an experience count, you not get institutions then we are
Just,
submarine.
Doctor, I did just a look at wetin we get at that country dey. If Sierra Leone get diamond, they no get people the way for uh
Oh,
for
oh, come in. Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
sorry.
If Sierra Leone no get if Sierra Leone no
Yeah,
get diamond,
Alaikum salam. Yes. Sorry, I didn't read your TV. Yeah, you see study up. Yeah, it is. Sorry, let me sister look up. Go, and it on. Yeah. Mhm. Yeah, sorry, sir.
okay. Yeah, that is time to talk about. If
Uh,
if we dey produce diamond,
mhm.
we not get people the way they cost diamond. We dey produce iron ore, we not able for use make the iron ore into iron. They produce so many things we not able for manufacture anything and they it's nonsense. You craft your educational system based on the need of the people in a particular country. Like Sierra Leone, so the technical school supposed to be how for cotton corn, how for produce iron ore, how for do this, how for do that, things the way we get natural resources. So we were able to maximize the profit we get from the natural resources. This is what's happening. This is not
Dr. Makota, this is another area where we need for educate yourself and clarify things because if you talk of diamonds, you talk of gold, land of iron and gold and diamonds. Now, laughter, because um, I remember just Delco alone used to contribute to the Sierra Leone economy a lot, just the iron ore. Okay, of late, we don't find out for sale, which is another disaster. Timber, we dey deforest, we dey go into desert, people they don't know. What
yeah,
about the fisheries? There are many sources where we can able to get financing, and so much so that we not even need to sell with gold. That one they will take with money. It will make the leon become stronger like before or even stronger than the dollar. But this needs sacrifice and direction. But when you talk of gold, if we be people them who they buying gold, will not sabi the value, will not sabi the value of diamond. Then we own government people them that they really do the smuggling, then we are lost.
yeah,
So it's
yeah,
a cost. So let us believe me, if in our water, several rivers, we say with the export, we dey get money.
yeah. The fresh water alone, if you say with the export, I will get money from that.
Yeah.
I remember when we've been in as Alolo, been small, we've been see some ship and they can't
Mhm,
get water from Salo. You
mhm,
know, yeah. During time when we've been in as Alolo, some of those things will happen. But look at some of their rivers. They don't police the rivers and they. We get one river where they call Taya River. That
mhm,
river
mhm.
there. It pass na village. Na there when I be small, when I dey go holiday, na there we dey go swim all day. Very, very nice to swim. Now in I dey see na picture now. Nobody no able for watch there again because behold wetin dem do, dem go give Chinese them. Chinese for that matter, them that part of the river wey join with that Aya river. Dem go give Chinese them for mine diamond, gold. And what dem dey do na inside the river dem dey mine gold. That river people I know dey talk about fish now. You know, people they know they able to drink that water dey again and the government is still on them, they no able to do anything. They destroy
Yeah, well, pollution goes beyond that because I mean they use mercury to mine those gold and a lot of things. And now the Chinese they don't go buy something Suzanne Bay. They say now we are going to pollute again the Atlantic. where go be a source, where go able to desalinate the water, then you will get enough water in the city. Apart from the several rivers they will get within the country, we go able to give we good drinking water. Now there is a lot of pollution everywhere where we know, and of course we get for take into account a lot of things. Them climate change they come, and so many changes that they come. The world of viruses that they come. Now we don't come up from bacteria. Now we get a lot of. It was then Ebola. Now it is COVID. I don't know if in a David they come next time. A lot of things and they. So we really need to get our head straight. Sierra Leone is too small to experience all these hazards and these problems.
Yeah.
It's a shame, believe me. It's a shame because, I mean, I remember when we did the study outside, when Nigerian people them, then they say, Una Saroma, because I said they call me. They say, Augustine, Una Saroma, we said Una there. The one thing where they admire about we, Nigerian man, they study book 24/7 when it is on. But we would study small, we they go for physical activity. But with the beat them still. They say, how do you manage? We say we just common sense. We used to have common sense. Used to have good mixers. But now it's not there. What is happening? All man agreed, grab this, that. Everybody want to be Mrs. Jones, Mr. Jones. Sorry, Mr. Jones and Mrs. Jones, I'm losing your name. But this is, if you want to make it with the Joneses, then behave like Mr. Jones. Oh, yeah. Mr. Jones, if they say this time Mr. Jones, say this man, he gets ethics, he gets, value. You can't do that. But I mean, it's a pity, Dr. Makota. I'm sorry to say. I hope say not always begin pull this song. This year, domino year, you get for stop and then get for investigate into that. Then get for go to the bottom of it and expose all these people and lay them off, sack them, and if possible, then pay penalty. Then never for do that. These are some of the things we expect people to do, but they sidestep them and go after poor people them. We not even forget even one the other day.
Yeah. I don't think this going to happen, especially when political season. So
Mm.
the government go bio this okay, people they forget, they move on with that, and the syndicate continue, unfortunately. But in any case, I just want to thank everybody who contributes towards this broadcast today. And thank you, Amadou Peya, and thank you, James Kenneth. Thank you, Momo Foya, for White, George Owell, Mr. Noma, Mr. Aiswari, Musa Conte, and yeah, we now put a very good momentum na the program. Appreciate that very much. Of course, Dr. Mara, as always, thank you very much for the program. We're going to at the end of the program. So we'll go soon about next week. Doctor, thank you very much.
So you welcome, doctor. Right.
All right, guys, that's all for today, and see you.